Yields back. Now recognize the gentlelady from California, Ms. Barragán, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Greenhouse Gas Reduction Fund is a transformative program that will leverage private capital to support community-led projects that reduce pollution, create good-paying jobs, and lower energy costs. Several organizations applied and were competitively awarded funding to deploy to these economic development projects just to have their money frozen. You, Mr. Administrator, have made several accusations at awardees of the fund and former employees at EPA. But EPA's attorneys have not presented these accusations in court. A judge in a case brought by an award recipient asked EPA's lawyer from DOJ, and I'm quoting, "Can you proffer to me the evidence of commission of a violation of federal criminal law involving fraud, conflict of interest, bribery, or gratuity violations?" And any one of those things, and the EPA lawyer responded, and I'm quoting, "I cannot, Your Honor." Just last week, the New York Times reported that the Department of Justice's investigation into the program is coming up empty as well, stating that the investigation has, quote, "so far failed to find meaningful evidence of criminality by government officials," end quote. Mr. Chairman, I ask unanimous consent to enter a recent New York Times article entitled, "Investigators See No Criminality by EPA Officials in Case on Biden-Era Grants," as well as a transcript from the Climate United versus Citibank court hearing into the record.
And is that the full transcript?
It is.
All right, without objection, so ordered.
Okay, so I want to know what actual evidence you have of any fraud or wrongdoing, and I'm talking about actual evidence of fraud or criminality. You know, documents or statements, hard proof, not just theories or hunches or policy disagreements. So Administrator Zeldin, what evidence is there of any fraud or criminality, if it exists, and why have you not provided it to us or to the Department of Justice?
That's a great question, Congresswoman. So I'll start with a Biden political appointee saying, quote, "Now it's how to get the money out as fast as possible before the Trump administration comes in. It's like we're on the Titanic and we're throwing gold bars off the edge."
Okay,
In June
Mr. Zeldin, I'm going to stop you for a second. I'm going to stop you for a second. I'm going to reclaim my time. You mentioned gold bars.
You want me to
You
go through
mentioned
the
gold
evidence?
bars. That structure, one former employee that was secretly recorded and who was not even talking about the Greenhouse Gas Reduction Fund is not evidence of fraud or wrongdoing. So do you have something else, something better than that, that's actual fraud or criminality?
So, Congresswoman, I don't know if you're going to allow me to go through the list. That's the first.
I'm talking about the
evidence.
greenhouse.
The second is, in June
I'm
2024,
very
a
specific.
watchdog organization revealed that David Hayes, a Biden administration climate advisor, previously on the board of the Coalition for Green Capital, rejoined the
Mr.
board
Administrator, did
in
you say
2023.
the name? Hold on, I want to clarify the name. Did you say the name Jai Weiss? Is that who we're talking about?
I did not.
What's the name you said?
David Hayes.
David Hayes. Okay, can you repeat that? I was trying to get the name.
Okay.
The name
I
David
wish
Hayes?
you had about 30 minutes for me to go through the list, but in June 2024, a watchdog organization revealed that David Hayes, a Biden administration climate advisor, previously on the board of Coalition for Green Capital, rejoined the board in 2023 while the organization was applying for Greenhouse Gas Reduction Fund, which it ultimately received. March 4th, 2025, media article identified a number of potential conflicts of interest regarding personnel at several grantees. Beth Bafford, Climate United Fund.
Mr. Zeldin, I'm gonna reclaim my time because I want to make sure that we can have a meaningful exchange about some of the things that you are citing to. You just mentioned two examples. Have you or EPA lawyers actually given that to the court or used that, cited that as fraud or criminality?
Well, first off, the standard.
It's a yes or no. Have you? You're
Yes.
a lawyer.
Yes.
They have mentioned this. Which hearing was it at? Because I don't see it in the transcript that happened in the United Climate conversation. As a matter of fact, I'm going to read to you the court transcript. Can you proffer any evidence that there was illegal or evidence of abuse or fraud, that any of this was improper or unlawful? EPA lawyer, I'm certainly not suggesting any of that was illegal or improper. Okay, just yesterday, an EPA lawyer at the hearing suggested we're not accusing anybody of fraud.
Did you understand that the evidence for EPA is not to establish criminality at the agency?
Well, you're alleging criminality. You did so in a Fox News interview. You said that's what this
But you
greenhouse
understand
reduction fund was.
in order to
You
terminate
shouldn't
a
be
grant-
doing that if you cannot pro-offer the evidence.
But Congresswoman,
This is not Fox News. We're not going to just allow you to just
Congresswoman,
make allegations here without that evidence.
well, if this isn't a media interview, you should allow me to go through the entire list rather than just going through.
Well,
If you're
unfortunately, I only
truly
have 5
interested-
minutes, and I don't have time for
If
you to
you're truly
filibuster.
interested in the
I'm
entire
asking
list
for very
of all the
specific
evidence, then
fraud.
stop cutting me off and allow me to get through the list.
Gentlelady's time has expired. Gentlelady yields back now.